on to another day and another 3 bags today. These are all Longchamp bags and they've all been hacked in somewhere or another. They're all pliage, 2 regular pliages and 1 pliage art neo on the right hand side. So the first one is a small handheld pliage, regular, and what I've done is added feet. As this is a light coloured bag, I've had many years, notice that usually the corners wear. These are a little bit grubby, but I've had this many years. So what I've done inside, I've put a bag liner from Handbag Angels, which moves between small bags. I bought a nice bright one so I can see inside. I've chopped up a flexible chopping board, cut to size. It's easy to work out. You put a ruler inside the bag and you just measure from corner to corner. You can even turn these bags inside out and you can measure from one corner to the other. And then lengthways again. And the chopping board, I've cut the rounded edges so it doesn't poke through and make a hole in the nylon. I've added feet with these wing clips. You can buy a bag of about 100 of these feet in whichever colour, silver, bronze, to match your hardware. All you do is make a small hole, and I cut pieces of plastic. These are, not too sure where they're from, they're just regular pieces of soft plastic off a piece of packaging. They're quite thick, to stop the hole becoming any bigger. You literally make a tiny hole, poke the feet through. So before you make your tiny hole, mark out on the bottom, measure out exactly from corner to corner where you want the hole to be. Few centimetres from the edges, make a hole with whatever you've got to make a hole, push the feet through, add your piece of plastic and then open the feet out. And you've got a bag there with a little bit of structure and nice sounding metal feet when you put it down. And this really has extended the life of the bag quite considerably. Goes in. Super. Get many more years out of a pliage if you put feet on it. So the second hack is to this regular large pliage. As you can see, it's wrinkled like my sheets. We're not bother ironing anymore. No point. Okay, so this is off a British Airways flight. It's in a slate grey colour. I must have had this good 10 years. So the first thing you might see is leather stickers. Got these from eBay. You can get various leather stickers. Anya Highmarsh do them. eBay. These are SUK. So that lined it up. And I did notice after I did this, Longchamp actually sell their own leather stickers for your bags to personalise them. So that's the first hack I did. The second thing that I did to this bag, because I used it so much and I love the bag so much, I keep it packaged, is this lining. So it was a piece of fabric I picked up in John Lewis in their remnants. Underneath I've put plastic hard base from chopping board. If the chopping board's too thin, just glue 2 or 3 of them together. And then I lined the bag. It wasn't terribly hard, it's just, you can see my stitching isn't fantastic. 2 pieces of fabric sewn together. If you measure carefully, you can get it to fit. My advice would be cut it slightly bigger than you think. And then I've sewn in the outside colour, so I used a dark colour, you can see here, to attach it to the bag, and then you don't see it on the outside. You can't see the stitching. So although I'm not the greatest at sewing, I've got a machine and I only do basic things, I was able to put this in as an extra. I was feeling brave. I was feeling mad, and I've trimmed it in blue. You can see how tatty it looks. I've trimmed it in blue to match the bag, which I had some blue fabric. And I've just attached that. I've attached a key fob on a piece of elastic. Very nice. Very useful. You can attach all sorts of things to that. So sometimes put my travel card on it, as it doesn't have an outside, this design doesn't have an outside pocket. So I've got 2 slip pockets on one side, and on the other side I've got 2 slightly shallower slip pockets. And I did this to meet my needs at the time, a couple of years ago, for what I was carrying around. And what I found with the Longchamp bags is the dark colours are black inside. And this has really helped me find everything in the bag. So that's my hack number 2. I really love this bag. So glad I lined it. Just be careful, don't get too close to the zip when you sew the lining in. The whole thing took me probably half an hour, as you can see, and I'm really not that great at sewing. This is my beautiful pliage. This is my 3rd hack. So this was a special edition art pliage. I think it's a neo. It's slightly different fabric, and although this is a bit leery, this colour goes with absolutely everything. It's got the pink, the red, dark red, maroon, grey, black, every single colour that I would wear. So this gets quite a lot of use. The good thing about this bag is it's light coloured inside. This one also has a base shaper, which I made again out of plastic chopping boards. So the great thing about this pliage is it's in thicker nylon, but it has no feet and it doesn't fold. However, you may have noticed this one has a shoulder strap. So if you want to add a shoulder strap to any of your pliages, it's really, really easy. You can buy kits on Etsy, eBay and Amazon which make these rivets and holes. So you get a hole punch for the right size, and then you buy rivet kits with a hammer and force these metal rivets in. Really, really easy. Then I was really lucky. This strap came from a Coach 1941 Dakota. It has gunmetal hardware, so I put gunmetal rivets. And if you can't put these rivets in, a place like Timpson's or a cobbler's will happily do it for you. So there's space at the end of all these bags to put rivets and these clips. And look at the hang on this. This is now a superb bag. It's a great autumn, winter, spring bag. Use it in the summer as well. It's got a nice hang on it. It's actually got a shoulder. It actually fits on shoulders as well with these straps. Just really happy the way this one turned out. And I may be adding more crossbody straps to other bags, and it's really comfy. It's a great size, this bag. Everyone, get your pliages and stick holes in the corners and add your crossbody straps. You know, do a bit of customization. Find out what works for you. They're great. I'll be adding more straps to more bags shortly, I think. That one worked out so well. Add a bit of personalisation.